Good afternoon, fellow masters. Your host, Lord Valtrox here, back with some more Fake Grand Order. And let's go ahead and jump in. All this is dialogue, and then after that, we jump into another dialogue, and then a battle in part 2 for chapter 20, which will be Lamu's. I'm not gonna deny the dialogues make it longer, therefore not easy to complete.
Hey, I dropped in to say hi, Lord Valderox. So this is a famous Chaldean embassy. I'm a bit surprised, yes? Yep. I was imagining someplace more like a palace, but I like it. Seems homey. By the way, when's dinner? I'm expecting something like a warm Chaldean family meal. If you're hungry, Jaguar, I'll happily make you something, yes. How about rocks topped with salt? That's just rock salt. Damn it, so I've got to cook my own meat then.
What brings you here, Quetzalcoatl?
What else? It was your scent, of course, Lord Valderox. Well, to tell you the truth, I had nowhere else to go. Most everyone is dead. And to the surviving Uruks, Jaguar and I were enemy goddesses, no? I don't want to make them uneasy on their last night, so let me stay here, okay?
Quetzalcoatl, did you know about Tiamat?
Oh, you mean the cylinder seal I showed you at Iridu? Yes, I knew about Tiamat. And that Gorgon had synchronized with her consciousness, and had convinced herself she was Tiamat's second coming. But I was a bad goddess, so I couldn't tell you or Gorgon the truth, no. I wanted to be Gorgon's friend, though. That cylinder was the most I could tell you. It was my way of saying, be careful, there's more to come.
You didn't tell us for Gorgon's sake?
Well, yes, for that one time I was on Gorgon's side, not humanity's. I wanted you, no, all of humanity, to truly hate her. I wanted you all to go up against her with everything you had. If you'd known Gorgon was a fake and the truth lay behind her, you would have pitied her and taken her lightly. I didn't want that to happen. And that's why I couldn't just come out and tell you. Well, you found me out anyway, huh? Lord Valderox? Pathetic, no?
Thanks. For Gorgon's sake, too.
No, thank you. For staying with her until the end. Never mind. Can't get all mushy, no? Food's ready. Lamb with rock salt, cooked Jaguar style. So what are we talking about? Let me join in. Are we figuring out how to run away tomorrow? Yes, we were saying that if we sacrifice a goddess, we might be able to stop Tiamat. Here, have my meat. We can't get you nice and plump if you're hungry. Seriously? It's been 6 centuries since Cuckoo's been nice to me. Wait, didn't I get killed around then? Well, whatever, I'm sure it's fine. If my life can save you, that's fine with me.
Is this what Stockholm Syndrome looks like?
No way, Cuckoo and I are rivals. Our lives are of equal worth. If I die and Cuckoo survives, that's okay. If Cuckoo dies and I survive, that's perfectly fine. That's our relationship since we can't be together. We keep things balanced that way. If the good god is strong, people turn good. When an evil god is strong, they turn evil. We can never both be successful, so it's rare for us to be in a situation like this. It's strange that Jaguar and I both want the same thing. This never happened in the Mints. No, it's not the same. I only thought of defeating Cuckoo. But Cuckoo's different. This time around, everything she's been doing is to save humans.
So why did you join the Three Goddess Alliance?
I already told you, I enjoy fighting, so I joined the Alliance so I could kill That's a lie. Cuckoo joined so she could stop the other goddesses. I mean, those goddesses weren't the sort to stop after just a firm talking to. The plan was to get the Uruk Grail first so she could stop them from exterminating all humanity.
Quaddle was a good big sister.
That's not fair. I wasn't able to be a good big sister. But I did do my best, yes? If I get another chance, I want to try to get along with Gorgon better.
Now I have to get her.
Ishtar, were you resting? Yes, I was enjoying the night breeze while I watched what's become of Aruk. What about you, Mosh? Why aren't you with Lord Valorox? Senpai is at the embassy. He wants to clean his room one last time. Haha, what? That's silly. That's so like him. By this time tomorrow, either Aruk will be gone or you'll have beaten Tiamat and be heading back to your own era. No, I can't say for sure. But I don't think Senpai's thinking about Aruk being destroyed. I don't think he's sad about leaving either. It's probably just a natural gesture to show gratitude. You've stayed in this town longer than any other before. So it's not about getting attached, it's just something normal for a human to do. You two must have gone through a whole lot of goodbyes. You don't see them as something to mourn. Goodbyes are always going to come. You can't get through life if they make you sad all the time. So you send them off with as much appreciation as you can and rejoice in the fact that you met and that you lived to say goodbye. Your orders a good journey. I finally understand why Gilgamesh is so nice to you. So thank you. Was King Gilgamesh being nice? That was nice? Wow, ignorance is scary. I mean, right now he's acting weirdly like a wise king. But he was never the kind of person who'd make a plan that relies on other people. He's a brutal person at his core, who you will kill without a second thought, without the slightest regard for someone's circumstances or feelings. This time he's been playing the good-natured king, but when it's time to fight an opponent like Mother, I guess he turns into a proper hero. It reminds me of when he was having fun with Enkidu. He was, well, you know, pretty cool back then, just like in your legends. I see, but I think this King Gilgamesh is a man you can count on. He's got nothing left to lose now. I guess it's true that when the chips are down, people show who they really are. You and Lord Valorox are like that too. Oh, no, you're a little different. I mean, you're scared of fighting, right? You're still not used to killing, or people trying to kill you. That's right, I've been told that before, but I don't let it bother me anymore. I once spoke with a certain servant in a place like this, who told me something.
Oh, Mashu. There's nothing to be ashamed of in fearing battle. It's about taking lives, of course it's scary. Just as some people are more suited to certain weapons, there are those who are more suited to certain approaches to fighting. Mash, you're not the type who can swallow fear during a fight, or get used to it. That fear will follow you your entire life.
I know, but I want to conquer that fear. At this rate, I'll never be useful to Master.
Excuse me. Haha, I got a little overheated. Tomorrow's the day we save Nippur. My fighting spirit is already soaring. Anyway, back to what I was saying. You're not the type who can forget fear. You're the type who uses her courage to hold back the fear. That's the type of warrior who I trust and respect.
Hold back fear with courage? Are you that way too, Leonidas?
Haha, unfortunately I fear only the dead. I am a king after all. I've been trained since a very young age not to feel fear in battle.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's none of my business.
Oh, it's fine. It's true that I don't feel fear in battles, but I always feared going into battle, leaving my country behind even to protect it. When I thought of the lives I was leaving behind, I gripped my spear so tightly I could crush it. The worst of it all was Thermopylae. The Persian enemy had 100,000 soldiers, and we only had 300 Spartans. We were just a tiny part of the 7,000 strong Greek alliance. When we fought, we would be destroyed. But we were told if we surrendered and allowed the Persians to pass, they would spare Sparta. Sparta was just a waypoint on their journey. Their true target was Athens, you see. But if we failed to stop them, Athens was doomed. It could only be for a single day, or perhaps a few more, but our tiny resistance could perhaps save the great kingdom of Athens. To choose faith or to choose life. I didn't know which was right, and I felt the fear greater than ever before. To leave my wife and child for certain death. I was beyond fearing my own death, but I was not used to fearing for my family's future.
But you went to war anyway, and somehow you held back the 100,000 Persian soldiers for several days, with only a few hundred, and died. Was that because you went into battle afraid?
No, I only went to battle when I conquered my fear. I was given a divine message, Mosh. In my uncertainty, I prayed for guidance from the gods, and I received it. If you go to war, you will never return to Sparta, I was told. That rid me of uncertainty. I knew I would be able to fight like before, without hesitation or fear.
Why? Even though you were told you would not come back?
I was not told that it would be meaningless to fight, and that meant that even if I lost, Sparta would not fall. We would not return from the battlefield, but those deaths would have meaning. I realized that even if we never came back, our battle was going to protect those who would come later. And then I finally realized. It gave me the strength not to swallow my fear, but to replace it with hope. I bragged about this to my comrades. Bet you didn't know that, did you? I said. Everybody but you has been doing that this whole time. You're impressing no one. Haha, all 300 of us started laughing. I really was a bit of a dolt. Until the last battle, I never realized the source of my comrades' strength. No, at the very last moment, I was finally able to realize. If I caused the miracle at the hot gates, it was thanks to that. Listen to me, Mosh Caroline. The reason you fear battle is because you know many things you care about. The more of those things there are, the more you overcome that fear, the stronger your heart becomes. That will be your greatest weapon, as long as your heart does not break with fear. Nothing will ever stain your shield. You will never be defeated.
Huh? He must have been an amazing servant. He's like the voice of reason. Yes, he was a wonderful man. Not all heroic spirits are great people. I'm lucky to have been able to learn so much from all those wonderful people. I see. So that's why your name is Chaldea, huh? What about Chaldea's name? Chaldea isn't the name of a country, it's an observatory, right? This body knew about it. You're observing the planet just like the light of those stars in the night sky. There you can see the life of another person who shined in the distant past, separated by thousands of years. A story of the stars in the sky and of this land, weaving those together is what Chaldea does. I'm sure that wish is why it felt like that I could work with you. You reached out your hand not to use us, but to know us. If the youngest generation who lives in the now comes asking for help, no elder could refuse. A story of the stars? The true meaning of the name of Chaldea? Well, I don't know how deep its creator was thinking. By the way, Mosh, is there anyone that Lord Valdraux has special feelings for? Yeah, someone Senpai has special feelings for? I don't really know. Why? I'm not really sure yet, but Ereshkigal seems to really like him. I guess you could call it imprinting. He was the first human who treated her normally. So I was just curious. We're basically sisters, you know. I don't know. I don't know what Senpai did before coming to Chaldea. But since coming to Chaldea every day has been so busy, In other words, Lord Valdraux has nobody. Okay, this is getting fun. It'll be a three-way affair. Ishtar, an affair between who and who and who?
Oh, poor little Mosh. Okay.
Phone, you go phone? Are you going to the Ziggurat too, Senpai?
I thought I talked to the king one last time.
Me too. It was kind of like a daily ritual after all.
Let's go together.
Yes, with pleasure. I'll stay with you to the end, Senpai.
What? The map of the underworld doesn't match what Ereshkigal said. The priests have some documents on the underworld. Go get them now. No, the Dinger can stay where they are. No. Wait, what? Okay, I thought it was a soldier. No, the Dinger can stay where they are. Keep them on the walls in all directions. The Dinger on the south and east gate can intercept Tiamat. Deploy the remaining soldiers there. Leave us for a moment. The Chaldean messengers are here. This is a good time for a break anyway. Sleep for 3 hours or so. I'll handle the rest. You're looking a little better. That means I can work you even harder tomorrow. So what is it tonight? Come for one final goodbye, have you? It won't be the last. Listen to you. You got me there. But,
King Gilgamesh, you got quiet. Is something wrong?
Nothing. I was just thinking you haven't changed at all. You look so frail for someone who spent a month in Uruk. The way you look, even after you go back to Kalya, no one will believe the stories you tell them. Tricking the goddess of Mount Ebu, the grand battle in the jungle, descent into the underworld, defeating Gorgon, and encountering Tiamat. They're all amazing stories to tell over drinks. It's truly a shame. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll think of something for you to tell them about Uruk. So what is it? You didn't come here just to say goodbye, did you? Idiots. It seems you mongrels feel responsible somehow. Uruk fell. Many people died. It's all my fault for releasing Tiamat. Is that it? Fools. No one's interested in your repentance, and your misunderstanding is embarrassing. Mash, you told me that only 500 people survived from Samur, didn't you? That's wrong. It wasn't only 500, it was the great number of 500. After all, this present is different than the one I saw. In my vision, I was the only one left in Uruk. But what now? It's true that the end can't be changed. Uruk's destruction cannot be averted. But 500 survive, even if they die tomorrow. Here, at this final moment, that is how many humans remain. I consider that a great achievement. I acknowledge the worth of those who still struggle against a fated death. They have passed through the terminus of this era.
King Gilgamesh, you knew, didn't you? That the end was coming, that Uruk would be destroyed, and yet you fought anyway?
That's right. The Mage King sent the Grail to this era and pulled Tiamat from the world of the void. At that point, I foresaw the future and told my people. Uruk will be destroyed in 6 months. This doom cannot be averted. There's no need to say what came after that. You saw all of it with your own eyes. The people of Uruk knew?
And they still fought. They tried their hardest to survive till the last day.
That's right. I like that smile, Mash Hearlight. If you were to take pity on them, I would have ended your life here.
Right, that was inappropriate. I'm sorry, King.
There's no need to be sorry. How humble can you get? Lord Valderox, I thought there was no need to defeat the goddesses. Even if we did, Tiamat would still appear. I was certain that the 3 goddesses would destroy themselves. But you saved the people of Uruk, had compassion for this land, and chose to fight the goddesses. And this was the result. You saved the lives of 500 people who were fated to die. You should be proud of that. It is not a useless thing. Romani seems to be asleep. In that case, here's some unsolicited advice. This is about humanity and its singularities. You traveled through 6 singularities so far. Sorry, I almost caught my tongue there. You must have fought many battles in the singularities. But when the Grail is recovered and the foundation of humanity is restored, all the damage from that singularity is erased. Was that what you were told?
Yes, once the incineration of humanity has been stopped, everything that occurred during the singularity is repaired. And nobody remembers anything that we did.
That's a lie. It's not true. The lives lost will not be restored. What happened can never be undone. But that wasn't what we were... No, it's... Oh, Mosh.
But that wasn't what we were told. The singularities are abnormalities in history. If the damage we're reflecting in human history, the whole course of history would have to change.
That's not it. That's not it at all. It's just made to match. For example, let's say a dragon kills someone, and then you make the singularity disappear. The incineration of humanity is prevented. Even then, that person is still dead. Instead of being killed by a dragon, history will remember them as having been killed by some beast. Uruk is the same. Even if you defeat Tiamat and remove the singularity, the first dynasty of Uruk will fall. All that changes is the explanation, whether it was the god's hand or it simply deteriorated. Then our fight... That's right, it doesn't result in it didn't happen. I told you to be proud, right? You truly saved many lives. Do not be deluded by the notion that everything will go back to normal. you suddenly somewhat awkwardly save the lives in front of you. And the result is what you see now in Uruk. All your choices had a meaning. In nature, there's no glory without sacrifice. Loss and gain are always balanced. Much is lost and much is gained. Even without the Mage King causing chaos with the Grail, something just as bad would have happened eventually. The people of that era will weigh the scales of good and evil themselves, and their value will be judged by future generations. That is how human history is made, Lord Valderox. Neither you nor I can say what came of your battles, what you protected or what you left behind. Only those who come after you will know, so for now, follow the path you choose.
Yes, we'll take your words to heart, King Gilgamesh.
Thank you, King Gilgamesh. It's fine, don't worry about it. You know, I destroyed my own country once, too.
Oh?
Yes, when I was spending all my time looking for immortality, I wandered for so long and came back empty-handed to a desolate country. The citizens were so sick of their absent king that they all went to the other cities. Only Siduri was left. And even Siduri just said, I wasn't going to leave until I got a chance to complain to you. Haha. I realized that was unworthy of a true king, and I decided to rebuild Uruk since I was in search of a new goal anyway. So I came up with the idea of fortress cities, and made Uruk what it is today. At once it feels like an age, and in the blink of an eye, it's like a single remnant of a dream. But I haven't repented or anything, you know? Who I am will never change. A king doesn't live for his people. The people live for their king. But then, what does a king live for? What else? He lives for the things he finds joy in. If anything, I ruled over Uruk for my own entertainment. And one of the things that entertained me was your struggles. I haven't seen the result yet, but you've done well enough. Tomorrow is the last day. Get some rest. I'm looking forward to the last fight, you know. Oh, I'm still gonna do so much better than well enough. That smug look on Gilgamesh's face. Wipe that smug look off your face.
So this is the Celestial Hill. This is so stupid. Why did I come here? Just before the end. It's a place this body remembers well. The place where they made the first friend and made a vow. It's meaningless. This place is meaningless, and so am I. I've lost everything. I should just shut down. My creator abandoned me, and I've never ever had a place to return to. I'm just a fake after all.
What are you doing? Why don't you stand, fool? I can't believe this. Just how busy can I get tonight? I thought I could finally rest, but now I stumble on you. I will forgive you for dripping blood everywhere, and for falling to your knees, but I won't allow you to put your corpse on display here. Get up and be gone. If you go, I will ignore your crimes. What's wrong? Can't you stand? Weren't you supposed to be the god's greatest creation? I don't know what happened, but you got a huge hole in your chest. Talk about letting your guard down.
What gives you the right to look down on me? I won't let you. Damn it. I can't let you see me like this.
Come to think of it, this thing's still been sitting around. I missed the chance to use it, and it feels silly to just throw it away. You can have it.
What? Huh?
I know you were using the Grail as a heart before. The Great Grail of Uruk will work just as well.
Why? Why are you doing this? I'm your enemy. Tiamat made me. I'm not your Enkidu. I'm just a doll with a different heart inside.
That's right. You're not Enkidu. You're someone else using a stolen body. But even so, you are still worthy of my protection. No, my friendship. Do I have to spell it out, you hopeless fool? Even if your heart and soul are different, that body of yours is the one and only chain of the heavens on earth. Once, someone insisted they were a weapon to the very end. But if I had taken them at their word, then it's only natural for me to care for you. After all, you're the successor to the weapon I trusted most. What's wrong with me favoring you? Very well, Kingu. It's the end of the world. Do as you will.
Wait, I don't understand. What do you...
I'm telling you that no matter who your mother is or how you were born, simply do the things you really want to do. Like we once did. You said you lost everything. That's laughable. You still have your freedom. You can shut down your heart later.
What? It's too late. I never had a goal I could strive for. I never had a will of my own to choose freedom.
Bromance. That's all I can say on that fact. We're pressing for time here, ladies and gentlemen. And I didn't even click on the next chapter, which is chapter 20. Which again, will have to be on a separate video. My god, this lengthy process is so mundane. But I'll have to stop right here, otherwise I'll regret it for the fact that it's merely expanding. Anyways, as always, fellow masters, good luck, and once I finish chapter 20, I'll have chapter 21 after that, and then chapter 2 again. 22 is nothing but dialogues, so we're practically almost done. I want to say by tonight I should finish this, hopefully. In any case though, do take care.